All right, guys. Good morning. First of all, good morning, guys. It's December 22nd here. It's what time is it? It's 8:46, pretty much 8:47. There we go. I think I'm done trading JG. I just gave back like 200 bucks on it, but we're up on JG a little bit. We're up $656 on this ticker. It was giving us a lot of good opportunity. I slept through some of it. Not literally, but sometimes I was just watching constant nice movements to the upside and I wasn't really getting aggressive, yada yada. And then, I mean, look at these big moves here. I wouldn't trade any of it. Man, this is such a fun ticker. Part of the reason I just want to start a little bit sooner is because I want to kind of force myself to stop trading. Not that I stop trading when I'm streaming, but I want to be a little bit more calculated. I was getting a little bit overexcited. I stopped, made a T after my last two losses. And then, I was like, I'll just start the stream. Let's go over some of the news. Let's talk about, the trending tickers and then, yada, yada. Ben says I should just call it a day. It's probably not the worst idea, but, it's, 600. We've gone over that. We've gone over 800. We've gone over 900. I think only once or twice, but probably just once. But we've never gone over 1,000. I'm not saying that's my target today. If I wrap up today over 500, I'd be pretty happy. So let's just, be calm and collected. If we see no more opportunities today, there's no reason to keep trading. Our swing trades are doing very well. Our day trading right now today's super nice. We're up 2.6 thousand on our swing trades that we pretty much all opened like a week ago. So that's going really well. Up another 1,000 today. VLDR, LAZR. These two tickers are absolutely killing it. So yeah, like I said, there's no reason to get super aggressive on anything, but yeah, as long as we see some momentum still here, I'm ready to keep trading. So we'll see how we take it. For now, JG is I think it's entering the backside of the move. This ticker is extremely overextended. So got to be careful in these areas. If I was this company, I'd probably do an offering at this point. So we'll see. Ben says I should YOLO for the 1K. It's not like I'm not going to try to make more money. I'm just, I got to be rational here. Those last two trades, I think I was a little bit overly optimistic. I was like, let me trade the breakout of 6.5. There was a little bit of a breakout, but it didn't follow through. So I ended up taking losses there. What I should have done was be a little bit more conservative, be like, okay, well, let's buy in anticipation of the breakout. Let's buy it like 643, and if we get the 6.5 breakout, great, and if we don't, well, let's maybe get, close out, ideally before, we see a 43 again. So I could have treated that a little bit smarter, and yeah, so a little bit of mistake there. CCL, big short, David says. I like, as much as I'm not a big fan of cruise lines and a lot of these leisure travel tickers are, having a tough time. They're just so sold off. And the amount of downside, yeah, 17%, I would say, before there's big support again. I don't think it's a bad short, especially because it's on the backside of a move and it's getting crushed right here. This is probably a good short. I like it. I'm not a big fan of the overall shorting this industry anymore at this point. But, technical wise, price action wise, it's a really nice setup. I got to agree. And a lot of these airlines are pulling back right now ever since the news from the UK with the virus variant, as they say, or mutation, which is a little bit easier to wrap your mind around. I think all it would take, though, which is why I'd be a little bit nervous shorting airlines or cruise lines, is just, all it takes is like, oh, it's not that bad. Boom, they're back up 10% because they're just so depreciated at this point in time. A lot of bag holders, right? Just, I'm not going to sell at this point. That's the only thing that would make me a little bit nervous. Yeah, most likely it will go down a bit. Okay, well, let's keep talking here on these small caps. So what we got today? We got JG. This is by far the #1 small cap gapper that we're looking at. So let's quickly pull up some financials on this ticker. Where is it hiding? I just scrolled over it like 5 times. Here we go. Chinese software application company, Aura Mobile Limited, a ticker we have seen before. They partner with a global leading new energy vehicle manufacturer to deliver an enhanced and intelligent driving experience. Enhanced intelligence driving experience. It's like they're trying to use every fancy word in the book just now. Don't know if that's really necessary. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I gotta turn the brightness of my screen to the right down because it is like glaring right here really hard. I just realized that it was a lot brighter than my other screens. Granted, it has a white background right now, but still. Okay. Here is the Chinese Aurora company mobile. It almost looks like a crypto site at this point. Maybe they were pitching something crypto related. So this is the article we're seeing here. So this is kind of the significant part here. So it looks like they're going to gain more data from the users. Obviously, anything with AI, driving, self-driving, automation, intelligence, it's a hot topic, right? And it doesn't take a lot sometimes to pump a ticker. JG, keep this in mind when you're trading JG. This is something I was always trying to remind myself. This ticker had a 63 million float. That's a big float. So moving this company takes a lot more energy. Let's go actually here to the checklist and quickly look at this one a little bit. So the float's 60, what do we say, 63 roughly? So that's over 50 million. That's kind of like the high end. It does have a catalyst though. It has that partnership deal. It has strong spike history. The past on this ticker has been quite nice. We've seen several multi-day runs, 1-day poppers, 2-day poppers, 3 days. Here's a multi-day run. We had a nice multi-day run and then we consolidated. So we're breaking out of that consolidation. Do we have good daily room to run? Well, I would definitely argue yes. Right now the price is around 6.5, and we broke a lot of resistance here. If we can break this 6.5, 6.6 level, I could see this running right to 8 fairly quickly. So that's what I would like to see. We might see some resistance around 7.50 or so, 7.30 maybe. So keep that in mind, but 8 would be my next, significant price target if we can break this 6 to 6.50 zone. Again, there is probably going to be a lot of resistance around 7.40 to 7.50. In terms of spikes, this first spike here was about 100%, then it pulled back here 40%. Our next spike here was about 200% and then pulled back around 40%. So let's zoom out again. Right now we're actually up 112%. If we have that $200 spike, we'd actually rip, or 200% spike, we'd rip through the 8 and maybe even run higher into the 9s or so. So this one has a lot of energy here. I really want to highlight that on this ticker. It feels really nice when you're trading it. It holds the highs well. There's a lot of buyers. The big thing though is it's extremely overextended. There's a fast rate of change. It is right now, between $2 and $7, like we were talking about. It's holding VWAP very well. It's not giving back much more than 25% ever. Actually, the biggest pullback on this ticker was very light. Let's see here, about 17%. That's not a lot. Up over 40%. So it checks out all the boxes. Again, the biggest red flag here is that it's extremely overtraded pre-market. So you want to keep that in mind. At the market open, this thing might just sell off for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. And if it does run again, maybe it's not going to run again till power hour, which is from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know. How are we going to trade JG going forward? Well, we'll see if there's some support that comes in, and as long as it doesn't, fall off a cliff or some offering or something like that, I think this one has that potential to keep on ripping. I don't know if it's going to keep on ripping from here on out. So again, I'm a little bit nervous about how it's gonna maintain this open. But for now, this last pullback was 17%. This bigger pullback here from about 7:15 to about 7:45 or 7:30. It's a 15-minute pullback. That was about 10%. So it looks like we've been kind of pulling back here for, I don't know, 27, 30 minutes. So this is going to be a bigger pullback. It's already down 13% from the highs, or it could be if it hits VWAP. So we'll see. Colby, that's a good point. Checking out how this ticker has opened up in the past. You can definitely see, well, you can't really see it that easily. Let's go here to the 5-minute. And then Gamer Stupid will check out CLA as well. I just saw that. Yeah, a lot of failed spikes. Occasionally a little bit of a run up here. This one's not too nice. This is a total red spike, but this is also not a gap day. This is pretty small. I mean, technically it's a gap day, but it's not a big, significant gap day. Here's a little bit more of a significant gap day, and this one was like 20%. That puts us all the way back to August. I mean, this one does have like okay opens. It's a bit of a mixed bag. We'll see. We'll talk about that one a little bit later. Oh God, CLA, another SPAC. Oh boy. They're merging with LiDAR sensor maker Oyster. Obviously, I don't know anything about this ticker yet. CLA, they're raising quite a bit of money. Oh, okay, it's a gapper today. I want to see if we can figure out how competitive they would be, maybe to the ticker that VLDR. It's a pretty fancy looking exoskeleton, huh? Mate XT. Mate! I find that hilarious. Looks like a very legit company at first sight. All right, I like it. Let's go ahead and add this one, CLA actually even to our video comments just to keep it in here. This is cool. Kind of popping up here very quickly. Anytime you can get in on a SPAC around $10 and you generally like this SPAC, I wouldn't even wait too long because they don't hang out there very long. Oh no. Don't tell me CLSK is doing something crazy. Ah! Life. You just took a stake and just through my heart. If you guys don't know the backstory with the CLSK in a very small nutshell, I was originally going to buy it right around 8, and then I was like, you know what? This thing has a little bit more downside. I'm going to buy it at 7. At 7, I removed my limit order, and I was like, you know what? We're going to buy it on the break of 7 in the 6s. I missed this opportunity, and I almost cried myself to sleep for a week. It goes up 100%. Horrible. And then I'm like, next time it hits 7, I'm going to buy it again. Guess what happens? Hit 7, guess who didn't buy it? I didn't buy it. Yeah, shame on me for this one. You guys can make fun of me. I mean, this is just horrible execution on my end. But, you know, it is what it is. We are luckily in quite a few swing trades right now. Michael just said, you hope that I'm still in VLDR. Well, VLDR is actually our biggest winner right now. LAZR as well, number 2. Both of these were hot tickers we were talking about pretty much for 2 weeks. So, you know, these are SPACs that are, you know, flying right. Well, actually, VLDR is not a SPAC. VLDR is a bit more like the older company. LAZR is kind of the hot SPAC with that 25-year-old billionaire. Remember we came out that video when we were in Florida? That was about LAZR. These positions are pretty small too. These are like $3,000 positions. So with VLDR, we're up like 40%, and LAZR, we're up pretty much 30%. That's pretty legit. So we'll talk a little bit more about all that fun stuff closer to the end of this video. Again, I want to be focused right now on what's hot. I want to be focused on the day trading. And right now, JG is still the number 1 ticker in my eyes. It is pulling back quite a bit, but I think there's good opportunity. We got AMTX. I don't think I really talked much about AMTX. You know, it has a really nice, quick, fast rate of change. I like that about this ticker. See if we can find out some more. USA Oil and Gas Company, 53 million market cap, 20 million float. Right now it's the second lead gapper. Why do I kind of find that surprising? Let's see here what else we got going on. Okay. For an oil and gas company, this is a hot catalyst right here. So this 20 million float, 50 million market cap, oil and gas refinery company, USA. Even they say they're a marketing company as well. And MVIS enters EV market through stake in zero-emission heavy-duty truck producer Nevo Motors. Nothing like a little bit of diversification. Okay, so there's a shareholder of this company. Is Nevo public? I'm not totally sure. It's a hot catalyst, but I don't see this AMTX randomly spiking to the moon because of this catalyst. So I'm not stoked about AMTX, I'm not going to lie. Let's do a little bit of price action analysis on this one. Looks like 3 to 3.5 is a significant part of support and resistance. Let's go back here. We popped over that and we've held this area pretty well. We did pull back around 3.6 at one point. We had that first retest here at 3.5. I don't know if we're going to break this right away. Probably not pre-market, but I'll go ahead and put an alert here if we do break this. Could be a good bottom bounce at one point. If we see this move over 4, could be an interesting place to maybe consider trading it again. This is a very consistent ticker. It's not every day where it's like 3.54, 4.55. So the whole and half dollar on AMTX are very significant. So I'll put an alert here if we break back above on this ticker. I'm not sure if we're going to be, getting super aggressive on it. AMTX could easily do an offering. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how we want to treat it. Mohammed's wondering about making a swing trading video every day. We actually do come out with quite a lot of swing trading videos, but we do talk about swing trades almost every day on the live stream. So if you want to learn more about the swing trades, don't forget to check the previous live stream if you didn't make it. Open the description up. You can see the timestamps when we talk about all the different swing trades out there. Right now, 1AP Pro, looks like we're fine. Morning, Corey. Happy to have you here, man. Good to see you. Life, yeah. UAVS, I don't know. Can't really explain that. That's a small caps for you. They're a beautiful breed. Good point. Let's actually talk about HUSN. This is another ticker that, did I trade it for this market this morning? No, we didn't trade HUSN. This company is actually looking pretty good. We'll talk about it here in a sec. Let me just refresh this. Okay, so here we go. It's a USA capital markets company, 4 million float. Expects to report record revenue for December 2020, on track to increase revenue at least 100% for 2020 over 2019. That sounds pretty good. It's up 60%. Then it pulled back about 22%. Long term, it's a pretty nasty ticker. It looks like there's a pretty decent amount of possible dilution. $4 acting as some good support at the moment. Maybe a possible run to 6 was the plan. However, now it looks like 780 is big time resistance, or not 780. Yeah. So that's right around here. Interesting spot. We can see a few tops and bottoms in this zone. So let's go ahead and mark this area. It seems actually quite significant to some extent. There we go. Boom. So it's having a hard time getting over this pre-market. Not to mention around 430 is another kind of interesting spot to identify. Yes, this 425, 430 area. We had a nice little breakout there and a pullback. My problem with HUSN, it's really lacking volume at the current time. I liked it around 7.5, 7.10. We were talking. Not all of you guys were in the chat room. Obviously, there's always like, I don't know, a fraction of the people around 7 to like 7:30. But everyone that was looking at HUSN at the time, I said this is like turning out to be the second best lead gapper on the day. But literally like 5 minutes later, it kind of ended up fizzling down, holding 4, and never really was able to recover from that. So right now, it looks like there's big sellers here. And once they realized that this ticker was running, they were dumping. So I don't know. Right now, volume is very light. Big sellers above 4. I'll put an alert here. This could be a quick, nice open, but I don't like that it's trending below VWAP. So we'll see how we want to take that. Yep, I agree with Corey. It looks like it's fading out from here. Mike, that is a pretty interesting ticker that you're throwing at us right there. You trying to make me freaking cross-eyed? What is this? BRPAR. BRPAR. Big Rock Partners acquisition to the right. You know, this is the first sub-dollar SPAC I've seen. Well, technically, it's now above that. Doesn't have any volume. You know, we're so overwhelmed with SPACs. I don't think I would go for any SPAC that's even remotely questionable. Although technically I did with that Chinese SPAC that we went long, NBAC. But still. Good point. Totally forgot about that. And usually it has probably warrants. Let's see if it does. Yeah, here's their warrant ticker. Okay, sorry. I was so confused. I was like, something doesn't feel right on this ticker. And that's why, because I typed in the W, I mean the R. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll erase like the last 5 minutes of what I said. Recent halts, volatility. Acquisition of senior housing operators. Does that mean they're looking for REITs? We intend to seek senior housing operators of the defined strong. Yeah, it could be SPACs, or a SPAC looking to invest in REIT. This is a really nice background. I know it's super irrelevant, but it looks really good. Yeah, so he's got even experience with REITs, president, co-founder of their own REIT. This looks like a pretty solid team. I think Big Rock, from what we're seeing here on a very quick, you don't know, it doesn't look like we know what this company is, who they're going to buy yet. It looks like it's still an open game. I might overlook that, but yeah, I don't know. That could be something. Big move so far. Huge move. Huge move. Looks good, but maybe a little bit overextended short term. Yeah, HCAC, I'm still waiting for this one to... Is it already the new ticker, GOEV? When does this ticker start trading? It should be really soon. Oh, it looks like it was today. That's funny. Let's actually add that to our... Woo, guys, there's so much going on. We're going to have to go back to day trades in a little bit. We're going to go to EVs right now. GOEV, finally Canoe from HCAC. I was looking to go along HCAC under 18. That was my goal. You could see here was my entry idea around 16. We didn't get that. That's a little bit unfortunate. Let's go back to oh boy, that's GO. What was that one? GO EV. All right, so it's in our EV watch list. somewhere. Where'd you go, bad boy? Oh, come on, come on. Where'd you go? Ah, there it is. It's at the top because it doesn't have a market cap yet. Ugh, duh. All right. All right, guys, hold on. Let's get focused here. We got HUSN. This is the one with big support around 3.5. Well, actually, ideally between 4 and 4.7, but right now it's coming back to that next major support zone of 3.5. Not the biggest fan with this ticker because it's selling off quite a bit. It was our second lead gapper. CLA looks pretty hot. The way it's kind of moving here. New SPAC. With the Ouster company. So I would probably argue that we got, at the current point in time, we got JG, we got AMTX, and we got CLA as our top 3 candidates for trading today. CLA might even be a good investment opportunity or swing trade at one point. So let me go ahead, update the stream title. Save that. All right. Let's get back to work. Think here. Think. Yeah, Mara, Riot are ripping too. It makes sense with the Bitcoin price just like keeps on going, huh? UAVS, you know, I'm not sure if I'll be trading UAVS today. I know you guys, a lot of you guys really like this one. Really light relative volume these last few days, even though it's been making a huge move. So I definitely missed quite a bit on it, but huge resistance in this area. Still no catalyst. Not really a ticker. Nasty price action. I don't know. I don't see the lure in UAVS that seems like a lot of other people are seeing. But if you guys know more about UAVS, just feel free to throw it in the chat. I would love to learn more. Clearly, I'm missing something on this ticker. BFT is another one of those tickers that I kind of missed. I don't even... Oh, no! It's so painful to look at this one. It sucks because I want BFT to go up. I like BFT. The problem is I missed my limit order on it, and I'm not long BFT, so I'm just kind of, you know... It is what it is. I should probably just sell my ADT position at one point because I've missed a lot. I've missed... Where did we buy? We bought it like here at like 8 something, right? 856. That means I've been... I don't know, somewhere here. That means I've been holding this one like 3 months. That's 3 months of missed opportunities, of opportunity costs on ADT. I'd probably rather take $100 loss and buy BFT instead. Very quickly, I'm gonna actually just make a mental note about that. I'm gonna buy or not, I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm just gonna put a share out so I don't forget. I can remind myself. Let's go to put 66. Well, let's just put it at 69 because we're retarded. Okay. We like to have unjustified fun here. Ross is as my ad. Well, there it is. It is what it is. He could throw his ads any day he wants on my channel. He's a good ad. Got it, Cody. Thanks for that, sharing that with UAVS. So it looks like they're probably going to get that possible government contract. They do a lot of looks like drone technology. Yeah, there's a lot of tickers spiking lately because of the U.S. hacks from SolarWinds. So we've been seeing kind of a macro move lately, just like when the BML tickers were running, right? A lot of those tickers didn't have a specific catalyst, but they were in a larger group of stocks that had access to potential capital due to their company structure. So yeah, sometimes I kind of, those things kind of slide under my radar a little bit because it's not as black and white, and with this many tickers running, sometimes it's easy to forget that. So I appreciate you guys sharing that information with me. That's not too bad, Demon. Always think percentage gains. What are you making per day? I think any day over 10% of your average position size is a really good day. So calculate that. I don't know what your average position size is with that $4.4 thousand account. It could be 500, it could be $1,000. Calculate it from there. That's what I like to calculate. How's Christmas affecting the stock market? Well, this week has been pretty hot so far. Actually, wait, that's not true. Yesterday was pretty lame. Today was pretty hot pre-market. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And then we'll kind of go from there. So we got another 23 minutes here before the market opens. What I like to do sometimes, well, it's a little late now, but what I like to do usually is just quickly run through the news with you guys one last time. So there's a big bill, $900 billion, Congress passed. This is killing the dollar right now. The rent I pay in Europe is like, I transfer money from US to Europe, and it's you could feel every month things get more expensive. This is probably a really good read right here. Stimulus checks coming out. That should pump the market a little bit. Yeah, those are rough pictures. Oh, this is kind of interesting. How full are hospitals, intensive care units near you? Whoa. This is a pretty crazy app where, here's Miami. Oh, this is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and save this one. I'll save it to the watch list. That's in the first video comment below if you guys are curious. JG popping up, guys. It's slowly crawling. Facebook and Google advertising lawsuit underway. Did you guys see the picture of trucks? Oh my God. It's like as far as the eye can see, they're some serious backlog of trucks. Turning cases. Hopefully that number starts falling a bit more. Where's Santa, guys? There's a Santa tracker. Apparently it's spiking right now. All right, guys, let's get ready here. We got another 2 minutes and 45 seconds before the market opens. It's a good time to get our stretches in. $500 shares of Berkshire. That's a serious investment there. Yeah, Tyler, when I was in Florida, I was also a little bit shocked. I was in the gas station with a face mask, and I think I was the only one wearing a face mask, and I was like, oh, this is awkward. I guess no one else got the memo. Another minute and a half before the market opens. Sorry to hear that, Dennis, man. That's some tough stuff. Let's hope for the best that he or she pulls through, huh? All right, guys. Another 50 seconds till the market opens. I got this little spot right here bothering me a little bit, but we'll go ahead and ignore that. We got another 40 seconds. Don't forget to change your time of force to Dave. Remember, comment collected, guys. There's no need to run into anything. We did a lot of trading this pre-market. I like the fact that JG pulled back quite a bit. We had a beautiful bounce back off of VWAP. It's kind of a little bit like we were talking about. So let's see where it's going to go from here. We have huge support in this area. So I would like to see a quick move back above 6.5. We'll be switching around a little bit to get a better view, but JG is still my favorite ticker. Remember, it does have that bigger float over 60 million. All right, guys, good luck. I'm ready for a coffee break. Quick pullback there. HUSN is selling off. Remember, we were not very sure about that one because of how much it was fading before. Got 1,000 shares ready to go on JG. PRTY, small move there. CLA. JG holding this area very well at VWAP, guys. This could continue here right back above 6. I would not be surprised. I'm not trading it yet. I'm going to give it some time. But right now it's holding pretty well. That was a big sell spike though. Long at 61. Another fill at 57. And still selling off this ticker. Got to be careful. Full size. Struggling. JG is definitely struggling. Quick move under the 50, it looks like. Still long this ticker. Full size, so I did not add. We have a bit of a cushion, so I do feel a little bit more comfortable trading this ticker, but you know, it's having some difficulties here. Would like to see a red to green on it. Anything above 60, things are going to be looking a little bit better short term. Sold at 50, cut my losses. Long again at 48. Nope, did not get filled. Long again at 48. I did get filled. There we go. So we cut our losses at 50, and then we went long again at 48 when actually support did kind of start coming in a little bit later though. Tough ticker here. A lot of selling momentum though. I'm still looking for that break above 5.6. Markets are pretty much neutral. JG is the lead gapper on the day. Struggling a lot, this ticker. Cutting losses again there, getting shaken out here a little bit. Back above 40, I might trade it. Cut losses twice on this ticker. Lost both times, about 150 bucks or so. Yeah, had to cut losses there. We never got the red to green move. So it is what it is. Not the end of the world. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. AMTX. Decent. This is the red to green move that was actually AMTX. This is the one that had the red to green move. So I was looking for the same setup on JG. Both times didn't work out, so we had to cut our losses. Is what it is. Not a big deal. This was a nice mover pre-market. We could have took a small profit. I don't know if you guys saw that. We could have took a small profit on that one. MVIS, nice move there. EMAN being called out in the chat room as well. JG, small move back here. Little bit nervous on trading this ticker right now. Right now it's on the downside, so I want to be a little bit careful. Whew, what an open, huh? A lot of selling off. Not sure about the wash sale tradecation there. Nice. JG, a little bit better. AMTX, a lot of sell-off on this one as well. We're getting a lot of sell-off, a lot of red here into the market open. I was not expecting this much red. Yeah, Cody Tubbs. Maybe I did wait too long, but it wasn't the full move I was looking for. I didn't want to start scalping, and that's what I would have been doing. So I didn't want to take profits prematurely. I didn't have a base hit yet. My profits were there money-wise because it was a huge position size. That's why. But it wasn't a base hit yet. It was up just a tad. We had a pretty nice entry on it, and we were up like 2%. I was waiting for like 2.53, 4% at least to make that trade worthwhile, right? We got to have risk reward, or else it's not gonna be beneficial. So for now, I don't see any trades I'm super excited about. CLA kind of interesting here. So we'll see. Oh yeah, the swings are still going. VLDR, really nice. I'm not going to sell any of these swings just yet. I think they're all possibly just getting started. So they're looking good. Looking good. Dang, Brad, late to the party here. But good to see you, man. JG still selling off. No surprise there. Ooh, TTCF is a nice looking swing for sure. $5.13. Big sell off on this ticker so far. This has been a total dump since the market opened. Yeah, UAVS definitely sneaking up on here. I do like the fact that UAVS is holding its highs really well. MVIS, new LAZR play. So many LAZR plays, it's crazy. I'm probably already over allocated in LiDAR. Nice little bounce there on JG. Like 1%. Maybe not that nice. UAVS, are we gonna get some follow through on this one? This could be a perfect setup here. Possibly breaking out right now. See if we can get long in the 80s. I was watching JG. It's sometimes looking between two tickers messes me up a little bit. I got JG right above me. Might be a day to even trade some of these SPACs. It seems a lot of them are moving really nicely. Good move so far on UAVS, up 6%. Small move, but not too shabby. Six, 9. That's the place to break out. Yeah, I feel you, Brent. I like to be usually honed in on 1 or 2 stocks. Ideally, just 1. 2 is okay. 3, you start missing moves left and right. Aaron, that's actually kind of true. I was actually surprised. The market was down like 2% yesterday, and I have like all SPACs, hot EV, cannabis, you name it, high risk, and my portfolio was super high yesterday. My swing trade portfolio. My long-term investment portfolio with all the safe stocks, dividend stocks, was actually down yesterday. So it's like, what? Nice little bull flag here on UAVS. Yeah, the markets are closed on Christmas, and then I think Christmas Eve is a half day. I think that's how it is. We could actually throw that up there. Probably not the best time to do it. Yeah, UAV has just had that. My God, what is this nonsense here? All right, so we have Christmas Day, Friday the 25th. This one's closed, and then we have half days, December 24th. Yeah, that's how it was. So 24th, Thursday is a half day, which doesn't really matter for us because we're going to be actually half days are sometimes more aggressive because people are they know there's not going to be a lot of trading. There's no power hour, right? So if you're going to be trading, you're going to be trading more aggressively in the morning, ideally pre-market. So OCGN being called out. Let's see. This one was actually called out a few times. Nice little late morning rally here, pre-market rally. Pretty good. Yeah. Could be all right. Could be good. Nice quick moves on it. Definitely has a good fast rate of change. I don't really like the fact of its overall price category right now, but the move right here pre-market was so hot on OCGN. Really good time to jump on that ticker. I wonder if we're going to break back above 0.5. Right now it definitely has a lot of volume. Well, okay, volume. Yeah, decent share volume for sure. It's not on my list because of the price. JG selling off here. Something tells me maybe we're going to get a little bit more aggressive a little bit later here. So far, we're not really seeing that turnaround. MVIS, look at this one popping here. Microvision. Nice, good move here out of the gates. Looks like it's doing a wee bit of consolidation. JG might break $5 in a second. A good question, Darren. I'm not sure if the market's up or down in general on Christmas, but I usually don't care too much about those things. But I'm sure there's statistics on it. We can maybe look it up later. Dennis says JG hurts my eyes. Yeah, JG at this point in time is a little bit nasty, huh? Is MVIS coming back? Hopefully. Right now, technically, it's a bit on the backside, so it has to break back above the 90 EMA. I'd be nervous for a move past VWAP in one candle. The selling momentum on JG has been ferocious. Classic Chinese company. The 63 million float, though, it's kind of keeping it a little bit more stable. I think JG is coming back down to a little bit more reasonable areas. This has been a big sell-off on this ticker so far. It just tried to crack 5, but it didn't really do it. Did I consider swinging GameStop? Yeah, definitely, for sure. I thought about it so many times, I feel like I did. I do like the fact that UAVS has kind of open skies at this point. It really needs to find that support. I don't like the fact that it doesn't have a catalyst. Just that overall pending questionable macro stuff. But a lot of sell volume. Ugh, this ticker makes me so nervous. Ben, tell me about it. I'm wondering the same thing. Why do people like GameStop? I feel like a lot of people don't like it, and I don't understand why anyone does like it. Oh. Yeah, UAVS, if you're like a little bit in the zone, you could definitely scalp it pretty well, I would argue. Or at least it has the potential for some decent little scalping. I think it had a big name behind it as well. Oh, hold on one sec. JG in a really key spot here at 497, $5, breaking back above 5. Back above 5. Long JG at 499. Nice momentum back on in JG. Big support this one just had. Possible upside to at least over 510. Looking for a move over 510. New minute starting now. Waiting for a move over 510. I think we could break the 9 EMA. That's what I'm waiting for on this ticker. 510's big resistance there. A lot of sellers struggling. First attempt. Possible second attempt. $5.10 getting chipped. Sold at $5.15. Boom! There we go. That was the move I was waiting for. 15 cents a share. That was a base hit. That was a little bit even better than a base hit. So I'm pretty happy with that one. 15 cents a share. That was perfect. Exactly what we're waiting for. If you guys go through our PDF file, look at this. What are we waiting for? We're looking for those half profits, 20 to 40 cents a move, right? So that was 15 cents a share. This is for a $5 stock. So it wasn't a full base hit, but it was exactly in that target price. Could have a continuation. Hard to say. We had a nice pullback on 5, or bounce off of 5. Could keep breaking past 25. Let's see it rip. Thanks, guys. Obviously, I could have held it much longer and be taking profits at 24, right? But that was not my goal. I was looking for the move over 10. Nice. On the 5-minute, look at the upside on the 5-minute. Bottom middle chart. Good upside there. Position size was 2,000 shares at around $5. So our position size was $10,000. Patience, guys. That's all we did. We didn't trade anything after, having 2 red trades on JG, looking for that red to green move. Both of them failed. Nice continuation. JG much stronger than I expected. So I left a lot of money on the table. That's fine. You're always going to leave money on the table. So let's keep looking here for that second trade. UAVS. I know a lot of you guys are calling this one out. Really good stuff. Quick pullback there on JG. Watching UAVS right now. Possible entry, but I think I missed it. Was thinking about something around 512. Yeah, I think I went ahead and missed that one. I don't have a trade on UAVS. MVIS also looking kind of interesting, kind of popping back above here. Possible flag pattern breakout past 7.6. JG is so sketchy. So sketchy. That was such a nasty flush it just did. I don't know. 7% down on that. That's a big problem I'm having with JG right now. I'm having a hard time having good risk reward, right? I don't want to make 3%, but I'm risking 7%. That's why I'm not trading this one that often. Possible support though right here at 509. It's just, again, you know, it's so easy to give back profits on this ticker. I don't know. UAVS is a tough one. I wouldn't trade breakouts on this one, but if you can figure out what range is in, I would maybe trade a range on UAVS. But I don't know. It's not my favorite ticker. AMTX, all these failed spikes to the upside. Yeah, it's not fun at all. Finding possible support closer to 3. The spread might get a little bit nasty on JG at one point. This thing's really dropping volume right now. ELYS. Wow, this thing dumped, huh? Found some support, crawling up decently. Game technology. This is actually the first ticker I wrote in my watch list this morning. 9 million float Canadian gaming company or gambling company. They had news on the 20th about leveraging expanding market opportunities. JG Wentworth, Red Bulls. No matter what's going on in the market, I can always count on you guys to post the classic comments, put a smile on anybody's face. 10 o'clock, is it time to have a coffee? Woo-hoo! That coffee yesterday was a little crazy. It was like a straight injection into my soul. JG bouncing off of 5 again. I wouldn't be surprised if this ticker tickled VWAP for a second. Who knows? All right, guys, I'll be right back. Give me a second. Praise the Lord, baby Jesus, guys. Here it is again. This dangerous cup of, there's coffee all over it because I've been spilling left and right. But and JG always has these little pullbacks that say, buy me, buy me, buy me. And I've yet to buy it in those pullbacks. OCGN. OCGN, guys, kind of in play. Not really the ticker that I want to be trading based on the price, but it's, man, if this was $5 instead of 50 cents, I'd be so much more stoked about it. Joe says he can smell the coffee from there. I like it. Thanks, El Satrasho, for the $5, man. I really do appreciate the support on the channel. Honestly, you don't need a lot. You do not need a lot. We started, what did we start with? $3,000, and we grew to about $7,000, and then we switched to an unlimited account by funding a margin account with 25K. But see, look at it go. That was a perfect move right there. I probably would have not traded it, so I'm not upset. But to get fully on board, there's 2 videos I would really recommend you watching. First, go to tradejournal.co/connect. And then you are going to get access to this foundation video series. It's pretty quick. You can zoom right through it. Then on my channel, on the home page, when you're not subscribed, I think, anyway, it's called the $25,000 challenge. Watch that whole video, and then you'll be totally caught up to speed, and you're going to have more answers. And then if you do have more questions, comments below in the video or the Discord group, and you'll be in a big group of people that can help you. Plus, I'm in there all the time as well, trying to answer as many questions as possible. So hope that answers your question. But yeah, woo! Look at that pop over this. Man, it was nice. Did anyone get that? Did anyone get OCGN? I didn't. I'm over here like overly biased on OCGN, being like, I don't want to trade this. Should have traded it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Look at that spread on this thing. Oh my Lord. Ramoli says it was a really nice pop. It was a nice pop, huh? Roland says 10% easy. Yeah, guys, good stuff, good stuff. JG constantly giving us opportunities to buy back. JG is forming a rounded bottom. There's a chance we might see 5.4, 5.5 on this ticker pretty soon. Would not be surprised. Would also not be surprised if it did a nasty flush. So I don't know. Take it as it is. John, that's not coded yet in Trade Journal. That's unfortunately not coded yet. You have a profile page. Everyone has a profile page. It's their username, but that's it. It's not. There's no community section built into it yet. I'm missing a lot of functionality. We've been stuck on this import feature module for quite some time. For the last 2 months, it's been kicking my personal butt. I've never made so many Stack Overflow questions in my life. OCGN got me a little bit of FOMO over here. Whoa. El Catratio. I mean, I don't know if I'm saying your username right. Catratio29. Again, I apologize if I'm not saying it right, but appreciate the support on the channel, man. All that goes to keeping Trade Journal free for everybody. Plus keeps my motivation high, I suppose. So again, I do appreciate the $15. And yeah, again, Discord for more questions. And I'll throw the disclaimer here, guys. If you are have any questions, feel free to always email me at alex@tradejournal.co, and I'll always be able to answer any questions. Just try not to make it too detailed, or actually make it super detailed and super specific. Otherwise, what do you want me to say? MVIS, nice moves there. AMTX, a little bit of a bottom bounce off of 3.2. 10:08. I want to give this another 22 minutes of trading. Let's think about this. JG looking very weak in this area. Maybe we won't see that 5.4 and 5.5. Maybe we won't see a retest of VWAP. Very, very scary, this ticker. UAVS consolidating here, but with very light volume. Prepare for a break on this one, most likely to the downside in my eyes, but we'll see what happens. I don't like the fact that there was a flush here. Now we're consolidating kind of below 9 EMA. I wouldn't be trading UAVS at this current point in time. I'm going to put an alert here, see if it breaks down. If it doesn't break down, I'll put an alert here, see if it breaks up. Either way, we'll be notified whatever this ticker does decide to do. I gotta say, CLA is a really interesting SPAC. I think if I had some more swing trade funds, I would probably think about CLA. I do like the companies that are potentially merging with it. Oyster, or is it Ouster? Nice, Corey. Yeah, MVIS was a good one. Nice little break of the flag pattern. I should have been getting more aggressive on this ticker. UAVS just flushed, so no surprise there. I might be done trading JG. Big move there on MVIS. That first big leg to the upside on this ticker was about 18-19%. Right now we're at about 13% leg to the upside. Thanks, John Mantel. I just saw your message. That's funny. Corey, great move on MVIS, by the way. That was a really good setup. If this thing goes into the 70s, I might think about snagging a piece. Long MVIS at 783. Small size. Looks like it's still pulling back here. Probably an early entry. I really like this general price point though. Small size on this one. Was thinking about getting a full size under 80, but I missed that. Happened right when I looked away. Mark, I hope not. Full size on MVIS. Oops, actually went in with a little bit bigger size than I was hoping for at 467. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, unfortunately, I went in with bigger size than I was hoping for. Pretty much one more size. Just going to be watching this one. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, it is, I got to argue, I got to be honest, it's pulling back much more than I was expecting. So got to be careful here, guys. Got to manage your risk. This one had beautiful upside, had a very aggressive pullback. We bought that pullback, and now it's really struggling here. And I went in with an extra size that I was not hoping for at 72. So I was hoping I could unload that extra size, but unfortunately, I don't think, well, I didn't get that opportunity. So just kind of watching this one, watching. This is way too big of a position size on accident. So I want to unload as fast as possible. Just seeing if we can get a little bit better of a price target for an unload. Moving back to 65, we had that second entry at 73. Watching. Momentum has slowed a little bit. That's a good sign. Sell momentum there. It's still tweaked to the downside a little bit, so that's not very comforting. Again, I went in with an extra 467 shares. I did 2 orders there, and then I was not able to close the second order in time. 65, I've been waiting for this thing to break back above 65 for a little bit, so there we go. Closed. Possible move back above 70s. I'm going to close here at 69. Closed a second too early. All right, we had a small loss on MVIS. That's okay. We managed our risk here. We were down 113 on this ticker. That's fine. It is what it is. I bought in too aggressively, too soon. It did flush much harder than I expected, but it is what it is. So at least we managed our risk well on that one. I got to take a sip of coffee after that. Nice. I think with MVIS, you know, I hope we made the right decision. But in the end, it just is a trade that didn't really work out. It looks like I was doing my best trading pre-market so far, so that's a little bit unfortunate in terms of. Actually, I wouldn't even say my best trading. I think we just had the best opportunities pre-market, and now I'm kind of like hunting opportunities, you know. So I think that's a little bit of the downside. JG, you know, we gave back some profits on this sell-off here. I was looking for that red to green move. We didn't really have that. And then, you know, we made most of our money on this first leg to the upside. So that's really where it was. Now with UAVS, big sell-off there. No surprise. MVIS, you know, this is the one I have a little bit of hope for still at the moment. So I'm hoping that MVIS does not keep selling off. Maybe it does hit VWAP or something, but if this MVIS keeps trending to the upside, you know, this is a ticker we could keep trading. I don't like the fact that it's so light on volume today. No major news. It's just a lot of stuff where like you can maybe get it, but it's not ideal. So it's a lot of unideal setups. And what I said pre-market is, you know, if we don't make any more trades today, it's totally fine. And from what it seems like, it would have been better if we didn't do any more trades. NVIS had some really nice moves till about 9:45, and then from about 9:55 to, I don't know, I would have probably been done trading this before the break of 8, but around, I don't know, the next 5 to 8 minutes from there were pretty good opportunities. Nice little bounce there on VWAP, little 1% potential. Do I think AMTX is done? Well, hard to say. 6%. Little possible dead cat bounce. Yeah, I don't think I would be trading AMTX. I think in this area with this light volume, you're going to be worried about flushes. I definitely wouldn't be trading AMTX breakout. I'd be careful. I would be taking profits if I was long AMTX right now, or cutting losses, either one. We'll do a midday recap in like another 15 minutes or so. MVIS constantly seems like it might have some opportunity. I generally don't understand GameStop. I feel like there's just constant short squeezes going on, but I don't know. I think it has that a few big names behind this ticker. Like what? That can't be. How is GameStop the best idea for a long list? I could think of a few other tickers that should be maybe on a better spot than GameStop. I don't know. You know, I'm also probably just overly biased at this point on this ticker. So you know what? Like, better I don't trade it. Better I don't have any assumptions. You know, if you guys are long it and you guys know, you know, why it's moving up, then you know, please share in the group. Otherwise, I'm going to stop bashing on GME because clearly I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Tristan, I think that's what it is. I think all these big companies are coming out with these reports that are like GameStop is awesome because they are trying to get out of their positions, their short positions. Who knows? But like, Till, even like new consoles and stuff, you don't like, who goes to GameStop to buy a new console? I guess there is probably a portion of people that do that, but if I go and want to like buy a new game or do anything, I'm gonna order it. No, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, whatever. I have no idea. QS. No. This ticker makes me want to go crazy. KCAC was one of my favorite SPACs. And I sold all of it at like 20. And then it did the merger with QuantumScape. Then the ticker turned into QS. And it just hasn't stopped going up. MVIS, possible entry. Nice little move back to the 9 EMA. Yeah, Ben, exactly. I mean, even more so the case. Oh, God. QS. Man, I really sandbagged that one. That was my biggest sandbag of the year, maybe. Well, I think we have bigger sandbags. CLSK probably is my biggest sandbag. Wow, MVIS just fell off a cliff. Whoa, this ticker is going down quick. Ooh, watch out, guys. There might be news. We don't see something drop this hard all the time. This could be an offering. This could get halted any second. Ooh, this right here makes me want to wrap up trading for the day. What? Holy moly. This is not even bouncing. It should be halted by now. Wow. Yeah, Corey. Hopefully you guys are not in MVIS. It happens if you are. It happens to everyone. I've been in these situations. This is not fun. Whew. Happy we were able to get out Constantine at one point, but yeah, that flush was so quick and so dirty. It's one of those things like if you even decide to hold it an extra second, at least it's only about 12%. I've been in a flush where the stock went down, got halted, was down like 50%, and I was like, oh, that was really nasty. This is just a really obnoxiously large looking candle. I would not be buying this bottom, guys. I would not be buying this dip because this seems to be a little bit unjustified, which means there might be some news coming out on this ticker. 1023, here we go. Okay, yeah, okay. So Hindenburg Research looks like they just tweeted they're short this. Well, that's one way to make money. You get a big enough audience, you become big enough, you create a short position, and then you tweet about you being short, and then it drops 12%. For all we know, Hindenburg Research could be covering their short right now, and they just made 14%, maybe even more. So there we go. Must be nice, yeah, Corey. It must be really nice. That is not a bad strategy. That's some serious short gang. Super flush, yeah. Yeah, Nikola had a lot of firms. Citrus Research came out with that big article on the founder. Here's a bit of a bottom bounce. This actually makes me a little bit more confident on MVIS, mainly because it's not offering news. Although if I was this company, I would try to do an offering as soon as possible because right now your stock price is at all-time high, potentially. So if I was the company, I'd probably try to do an offering, while MVIS, if you're buying this one, you could be hoping that there could be a squeeze if there's no offering. The problem is it's already a multi-day runner, so this probably already is a squeeze, if anything. So it might be a crack momentum near the high. Plus the volume's not that high today. I don't know. It's nice, Tristan. You're a lucky one. I think I got my 20 minutes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla in yesterday before the old lady threw me out. She was like, no. I hope she's not listening right now. I'm going to be in trouble. Tristan, I feel like you're speaking from experience here. Yeah, boom, there's a dip. So the second it was a short position news article coming out and not an offering, that made me more optimistic. That's why I said I was a little bit more optimistic. And now the dip buyers are going to be coming in. Now people are looking to take advantage of this volatility that might reverse, right? It allows people to be a little bit more confident in these moves. Because if it goes, let's say, back above 8, all of a sudden we could get a short squeeze, right? Another short squeeze. That's why it makes it a little bit nicer. NLS being called out. Nautilus. No problem, Ramoli. Happy to hear that you get some value out of that, man. Appreciate that feedback. Greetings from LA. Nice. How's LA right now? Probably much less dark and gloomy than it is here. I don't know why this catalyst just made me laugh. Nautilus unveils new Bowflex connected treadmills. Um, the clothes hanger in everyone's living room. Although I wouldn't mind myself a Bowflex myself. I have a little bit of a gym at home, and I use it quite often. This weight looks really nice. Sam from Canada. Oh, Corey, yeah, everything really dried up. It's actually kind of unfortunate. I was so excited for the trading day today. I was like, pre-market was hot. We're going to get a lot of stuff out of the gates. Obviously, JG, I was very skeptical about because it was very thickly traded pre-market. But still, I was expecting somewhat of a continuation. But yeah, man, it was a bit of a sell-off here. What do I think about this ticker, man? This ticker had a really strong run up here. I mean, really strong run up. 2,000% run up. Breaking new highs again after this long-term consolidation. They beat, this is how you know a stock's overextended. They beat earnings estimates by a lot, and they fell off a cliff. Makes me think this ticker is a little bit overextended. Went down 40%. That's ridiculous. I would be probably a bit cautious with that. Last two big spikes. I don't know. It's tough to say because after a long-term consolidation like this, and now it's breaking back to the upside, is technically a very bullish sign. I feel like companies like this might be struggling after coronavirus. Once people get out, the last thing people want to do, I feel like, is work out at home, because we've just been working out at home for like a year. So maybe into 2021, although Q1, Q2, Q3 could still be pretty good, but I don't know. These companies are the classic coronavirus run-up companies. So you might be buying at an all-time inflated high right now. That's how I feel about NLS. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just like, that's why I wouldn't be trading it. To me, there's more downside than upside. Yeah, John, super true. What if gyms close again? And they probably will. And who knows? Coronavirus, could go all the way into, December 2021. I don't necessarily think so, but a lot of things, are even canceled still to like November next year. So people are planning ahead for that. Yeah, there could be much more upside, but I don't know. It's tough to say. It could be a great buy. But a company that goes down that much with good earnings makes me a little bit skeptical. Pablo, there we go. Let's do a little bit of a midday recap here, and then we'll talk about some swing trades. How do I feel about BTWN, SPAC backed by Peter Thiel? Peter Thiel has been behind so many good SPACs lately that it's generally mind-blowing. So if you guys call out some tickers, I'll put it here in my recap, and we'll talk about them in a second. I got BTWN on the list already from Tristan. So I'll just throw a few more on the list. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the midday recap. So coulda, shoulda, woulda, stopped trading pre-market. I was up 800. No, I was up 900. I think even a second. I don't know. I'm ending the day $528 up. So I pretty much gave back almost half of my profits, which, you know, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but it's not great. Using bigger size right now. I think today almost all of our not all, but like I think our average trade was about $10,000. So today we were getting a little bit more aggressive, which means today I'm only up about 5% of my average position size. Although in general, if we just go to the stats page, and I got to actually change the date here. This is really taking a while to load here. If we just go to the stats for December, our average position size technically is around 5,000. So today technically is a 10% day, but you know, we did go pretty big size today on most of our trades. So yeah, I mean, some trades we lost 200, some trades we made 200. So it was a bit more like $200 minus plus is like a base win or loss. So that definitely was a little bit more fluctuation here. I did start off pre-market a little bit lighter though, but yeah. So we're going to wrap up the day, $528 profit with our day trading. Yesterday was about a $400 day, so pretty happy overall. We're up about 5,000 on the month so far. So this is going to be 5,500 tomorrow once it's uploaded. Yeah, you can see here my average win, my average loss is identical. This almost never happens. Luckily, my total winners are at 69%. Is a little bit better there. So that's good. Let's talk about the main gapper here, JG. This is the one that brought home the money today. And you might be wondering, especially if you came to the stream, you know, now you're probably like, Alex, where did you make the money on this one? It's down 22% plus since the market opened, roughly almost 25%. We made all of our money on this ticker literally right. I wish my trades were showing, but it was pretty much all in this area. And then here, I actually gave back about $300. So that was a little bit annoying. And then I think we did trade this one somewhere on this pullback as well. Again, unfortunately, the trades are not showing. So when we were trading JG, this was 100% the lead gapper on the day. So if we just come here to the watch list, which you guys see in that first pinned comment below, 63 million float. That's a big float. Chinese software company, they had partnership news with an EV company. Okay. We talked about that more pre-market, so I'm not going to review it again. It fit our checklist to the T. Everything checked out here, except it was overtraded pre-market. That's why at market open, I didn't trade it until it pulled back quite significantly, around 10%, and then I was looking for a red to green move. Unfortunately, we did not get that. So because of that, I ended up taking 2 losses right here. So that was a little bit unfortunate. And one of them I could have even walked away green, but I wasn't looking for like a 1% move. I was looking for, you know, a solid, 2, 3, 4% move, not even 2. I was looking for like a 3, 4% move because that's what I'm looking for, right? That's a base hit, half profit, 0.2 to 0.4%. That's, between 4 and 8% on a $5 stock. That's what I'm looking for. So I didn't want to get overly scalpy because I knew I was risking 4, 5, 6, 8%, 10%. I mean, if I do a bunch of moves where I'm only making 1%, it only takes one loss of, 10% where I give back all of my profit. So I'm not trying to, get super scalpy here. Although sometimes, just look at my stats. Like, you can tell that I'm not holding my winners long enough. So this is very scalpy month for me. Mainly because it's been a hot month and I've been trading breakouts more than ever. So that's why it's been tough. Yeah, so that's JG. That's pretty much everything really to discuss there. HUSN was a possible ticker, but this one really never amounted to anything, so it's not much to talk about on this ticker. Yeah, look at that. So remember we were talking about this one, that it's fading below VWAP, and we're probably not going to trade it. Well, look, see here, it really didn't amount to much, although I gotta say, it pulled back around 7%, and then look at this. about a 15% move. So HUSN, actually, if I ended up trading this one, it would have been a phenomenal red to green move, and we could have walked away pretty profitable. MVIS was actually the ticker that I should have, could have, would have traded a little bit more aggressively at the market open. And boom, let's go here quickly. And look at this bounce. Look at that bounce, really nice. Yeah, I'm down about $113 on this one, which isn't that bad because I was down like 250 for a second. We had a nice little breakout here, consolidation, and then this is a pretty perfect gap and go in the terms of, you know, gaps up, consolidates, and then goes in the market open. It's really painful that I missed this move. It wasn't totally, MVIS was not on our watch list this morning. I think that's why, because I wasn't really watching this ticker. It didn't really have much of a catalyst either. And then the Hindenburg research came out that saying this company is a total, you know, whack job, not making any money, and it's super overextended. The market is so totally mad, which I don't, you know, disagree with. Multi-day run up here with no major news. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I wasn't really getting aggressive on this ticker. We did have a nice I did like the fact that, you know, this thing pulled back really heavy to the 9 EMA and then constantly had these continuations. That's why I traded this move here, and that's where I gave back some profit. Ultimately, you know, out of the gates, MVIS, that was probably the biggest winner, but yeah, I don't know, kind of unpredictable, and I just wasn't on board with it, so it is what it is. So sweet. Thanks for Molly. And yeah, quick little reminder, guys, if you are totally new here, you want to learn more about what we do here every single day, don't forget to go to tradejournal.co/connect and then just check out the foundation video series. That will totally get you caught up to speed. Print out this checklist, guys, tape it next to your laptop. I actually did that for a long time. Then I got a new laptop and now it's not on it, but yeah, I had it for like 6 months. These are my deal entries. These are my deal exits. And this is just what I'm looking for. But by now, if you guys have been sticking around, you should know a lot of these things already. Reminder, guys, Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, December 25th, the markets are closed, so we will not be live on Friday. There will be no live stream on Friday. Thursday is a half day. Markets are closed, I think, at 1 p.m. Markets close at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live on Thursday. Thursday, we will be trading. So, note to self, all right? All right, let's go ahead and talk about some swing trades, because who doesn't want to talk about swing trades? Our swing trade portfolio is up $1.4 thousand today. That's pretty sweet. That's very sweet. And it's pretty much all coming from VLDR and a little bit from LAZR. Our swing trading portfolio right now is about $18,000. Yeah, so $18,000 right now, our swing trading portfolio. Well, actually, it's probably over $20,000 at this point because it has unrealized gains of around 3.2 thousand. All these tickers, there's really not a lot to talk about because we've been talking about them pretty much every single day, and each one has a specific video about it as well. So I'm going to be more focused on John Doe, that first link in the video description below, right under the video. So I'm going to be looking at the tickers you guys are calling out. Thanks, Ramoli. I love the positive attitude, man. Could always count on you. Love it. I'm having a really hard decision right now. Should I take a sip of coffee? I feel like my pulse is like going crazy. Yeah, maybe not coffee. Maybe just a small sip. And I better drink more tea. All right, so let's talk swing trades for another 15 minutes or so. Whew, this screen is blinding me. John says wine. We'll have that tonight. I've been having Glühwein pretty much most evenings, which is, what is Glühwein in English? Glühwein is mulled wine. It's like Christmas wine, pretty much. Which I think mulled wine and glühwein are pretty much the same thing. They look pretty much similar. Yeah. This really hits the spot, I'm not gonna lie. After Dave trading, woo! Is mulled wine good for you? Of course it's good for you. What a silly question. All right. Okay. Okay, let's not get too distracted here. We got to talk about EVs. Oh boy, there's a lot of tickers being called out. I don't know if I can talk about all of them. Okay, well, we got Mike B saying EXPC with EV helicopters. We had Tristan calling out BTWN, which is a SPAC backed by Peter Thiel. I definitely want to talk about that one. I heard Ride get called out quite a lot. I like RIDE as a company, Lordstown Motors. I think it's really interesting. I think they're still overvalued short term, so I probably won't go long that ticker just yet. Let's see, Dennis, Mike, SGBX, just writing down a few more tickers here. Yeah, Michael, those are all very nice tickers. BFT, yeah. Ugh, don't make me cry. I should have been long BFT already a long time ago. Okay, too many tickers being called out, which is not a bad thing, but let me start talking about what we got here on the list so far. Let's actually go ahead and talk about BTWN very quickly first. Bridgetown Holdings Ltd, SPAC backed by Peter Thiel. Indonesian e-commerce company. Oops, I just wrote the wrong ticker. BTWN. Slow mover right now, but this could be a good sign. I'm not sure what's happened over here. This could be a different, no, sold off quite a bit. They had an upsized public offering and then they sold off quite a bit. Well, it's definitely on our list for now. I would have to do a lot more research in this company. I think the biggest takeaway is there's a big name behind it. That's already what I like. They have rumors of merging with this Indonesian company, e-commerce company. Let's actually look this e-commerce company up very quickly, and then we'll move to the next ticker. Don't have too much to say about this one so far because this is a new stock for me. Tokopedia, dismiss. Looks a little bit like an Amazon or something like that. Could be big, could be very big, especially if it's a South Asian market or whatnot. We got Jima, JMIA, Jumia for the African market, the African Amazon. So this is looking pretty interesting. They have $1 billion already in funding, so that's really, really hot. So let's keep this one on the watch list. We got EXPC from Mike. Classic SPAC open here. Classic move. if you can get long this one under 11, it'd probably be a really interesting play here. Decent risk reward. I'm not sure how much more it's going to sell off from there. Helicopter Blade Company is going to be merging here with EXPC. Let's go ahead and actually look up this company. Looks like there's a YouTube video on it. Why does do they really do? Oh, I don't think I have an account here. Actually, let me see if I do. I might. Hold on. I have so many different accounts on these news sites, and then I don't use them for a while, and then I'm like, I can't justify this. Hold on, let's see here. Ooh, we just had an alert go off. Hold on, let's see if this worked. Ah, dang it. Got me. This is probably one of the more interesting articles too. Oh, guys, watch this. Let's see if we can take a very quick picture of this. Oh, yes. Okay. So we got a little bit here. Blade lands a SPAC. Blade Urban Air Mobility, the New York-based helicopter taxi service, has struck a deal to go public via a sale of a blank check company. SPACs, right, backed by KSL Capital. That's the EXPC, should be, unless I totally got that wrong. The deal includes $400 million in proceeds. Eventually, we'll trade under the ticker BLDE. Quicker way to get to the Hamptons. $800 per seat. Interesting, for sure. Jared, there we go. Do what it takes, huh? I see JG being called out again. Let's just quickly pull up JG very fast. Yeah, it's moving here. It's moving. I like it, but it looks like it's really stuck under the $5, guys. Be careful. There's a shoulder here. It's giving a lot of resistance. $5 is a key spot. I'm going to put an alert if it does break over 5. I'm a little bit doubtful at the moment, but who knows? Anything's possible with these small caps. Although JG is a bit of a larger company, 280 million market cap as of yesterday. Now it's definitely a bit bigger, and right now it's 500 plus million, so $500 million market cap. And it has that 63 million float, so that's a really big float. Okay, on to the next company here. What do we got? We got NK. That is a ticker that has been called out. Sometimes I like to go to a weekly to get a little bit more of a bird's eye view on this ticker. I like the fact that it's at all-time highs right now, really in a good uptrend. I would be very weary around $20. Looks like it's big resistance. I would probably consider taking profits at 20 and then maybe buying back on this company. My problem with this one, besides the fact that it's a biotech, I don't like swing trading biotechs usually. Has an investigation. Might lose steam. Some negative catalyst coming out on this one. I don't know. I don't like talking about usually biotechs for swing trades unless it's like, I don't know, BioNTech or Moderna or CureVac, or going along with a larger pharma company like Pfizer. It's not an industry I know much about, so I feel like I'm always kind of shooting blanks when it comes to biotech. So it could be great right now, great upside. Big moves here, fading volume. I would be careful with that, and if I was long this one, I'd be probably taking profits and looking to buy back if I really liked it. But otherwise, I don't know. It's not really. It's not a ticker for me. So just keep that in mind. It's more of something like personally that I'm just not the biggest fan of. Mike B was calling out SGBX. This is a bit of your classic small cap here that we've day traded in the past. Obviously not a great day trading candidate right now because of the lack of volume. Wow, this thing really sells off quite a lot sometimes. I don't usually swing trade small caps, but it is on a nice little upwards trend. Bigger resistance coming up now, but it's over the 180-day moving average. What I would be looking for SGBX is ideally a pullback, maybe something a little bit more sustainable around 4.5, and hope for a continuation here past 550. I think, at the moment, it looks like it could still keep going. It's not a swing trade for me. I don't like swing trading small caps, so I'm not going to look into it too much. RIDE was being called out. RIDE actually hit the price target we were looking for. Lordstown Motors, they're making EVs in the EV trucks. And trucks are the top three. The top three selling vehicles in America are all trucks. So as of I don't know, it was like 2018 or 2019. So just keep that in mind. Trucks are very popular. EVs are very popular. RIDE puts those two things together. So just keep that in mind. RIDE, I still kind of felt like it was a little bit overextended. They have a really, really nice market cap here of $3.4 billion. And, if you think of something like Tesla, what's Tesla's market cap right now? It goes up so much, I can't even keep track of it. 600. I was going to say 500, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was at 700 because, it goes up so much all the time. It did pull back a little bit though, 13%. So 600 billion. So if you think about that, I mean, that's like 20x of Lordstown, right? But then all of a sudden you think about it 20 times. Well, a lot of people know Tesla, but how many people know Lordstown? So it's a fairly new company. I would still feel like there's opportunity for a better entry. But then at the same time, I could be totally wrong because look, this one had a beautiful double bottom here, kind of an Adam and Eve pattern, a classic Adam and Eve setup here. And when this broke back above the 9 EMA here on the 4 hour, this is actually a very bullish sign. I would have been looking to go long anywhere near the 9 EMA, and that would have probably been a good little ticket. That would have been an 8% pop so far. So that could have been a good way to trade it, but I don't know if I'm going to be getting long Lordstown yet. I do like RIDE, and I could see myself owning RIDE. And I hope that I'm not missing anything. Volume's fairly light here. Actually, a company that this reminds me of, not so much fundamentally, but price action wise, is NBAC. Because the big reason I was looking NBAC, I was also waiting for this one to crack 13.8. I wanted to buy this one in the 12s. Never happened. So I missed my original entry here. Guess what happened? Once this one broke up here, I was like, there's strength in this ticker. So take a guess on this chart where I ended up buying. I bought this ticker yesterday pre-market. So I bought it right here on the 9 EMA. So let's go back to RIDE very quickly. I was saying on RIDE, when this thing moved higher here, we had a nice little pullback back to the 9 EMA. Now let's go back to NBAC. Boom, similar situation. We had a nice move higher here. We pulled back to big support. This would have been this is exactly where I entered. I bought here at 15 something, 15.85 pre-market. Unfortunately, my trades don't show up, but I bought right here on this dip, this pre-market dip. Actually not here. I bought them like at 7, pretty much right into the open, somewhere there. Because what we saw is we had support get held multiple times, a key support zone around 14, and then we had a break back to the opposite direction. It means support has showed multiple signs of confirmation. Now let's see how much resistance there is. How much are people really not going to let this company go up? So now it's testing how high can we go before we see too much resistance. We tested how low we can go. Now we got to test how high we can go, right? It's the most simple way to trade. So if we just come back to Ride, Lordstown Motors, they tested that bottom. They had that AMTC formation, that double bottom right here. Now they're going to be testing the high. So who knows? This, if you're long RIDE or you want to be long RIDE, this might be a good time to get in before you miss the train. I don't know. I'm still going to be probably a little bit more cautious with this ticker. It was a very, very thickly traded stock, so we'll see what happens from this one from here on out. AMTC, Intel. I've been constantly waiting for this one to go into 45, and then it finally does go into 45, and I don't buy it. So kind of like a CLSK 2.0. I still feel like Intel Corp is still kind of overextended. Intel is getting kind of it's getting into a very competitive space, and it's dropping the ball on a lot of fronts. So I would like to see Intel Corp come back to some more reasonable prices, and then them maybe come out with a little bit more good technology. And then when the timing is right, I might just buy a position and throw it into my investment portfolio if I'm still long Intel as a whole. I think that might be how I treat Intel. I don't know. That's my current thoughts, and by the time that happens, it's probably going to be months later. So don't take that super for what it is. Man, today has been a freaking hectic kind of feeling day, huh? Oh, we had over 300 people on the stream today for a little bit. 341 was our high, so that's pretty sweet. Okay, so let me see if there's any more companies you guys wanted me to review. RID we went through. Michael said TTCF, and then we had AMGN, yeah, TTCF. Yeah, TTCF. Meet Kevin made a video about TTCF, and when it was around $19. Honestly, when he came out with that video, I should have just blindly bought this one. It went up 40% since then. Absolutely amazing. Right now, it's probably being pumped by many other YouTubers. I have nothing really bad to say about the company at the moment. I just, totally didn't get aggressive in time. So technicals, it was beautiful. I mean, this where Meet Kevin bought, I'm not totally sure, but he said something around $19. And my guess, he said, bought it like right before he made the video, more or less. So that's pretty much would be somewhere here. So he bought like either a breakout or a perfect pullback. So big congrats to him. This was a good move. Yeah, nice stuff. Right now, having a bit more resistance in this area, I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of decided to pull back again, maybe consolidate here a little bit longer and make a nice flag pattern, and then I don't know, maybe break out from there. But who knows? Maybe it's not going to even do that. Maybe it's just going to break through 28 and absolutely rocket on out of here. Big momentum behind this ticker, and I think Taktuchev is probably a really good acquisition for a lot of people. VLDR, God, I couldn't be more happy about these LAZR autonomous driving companies. They're some of our better swing trades at the moment. So we are buying VLDR here below 20. Or at 20, yeah, 1959, yeah. And, this is one of our better positions here. We're up $1,700 on this one, so that's pretty sweet. Pretty much $100 per share. No, $10 per share. So that's sweet. LAZR, its competitor. We made a whole video about LAZR and its founder, the 25-year-old billionaire. All these companies, I'm not really looking to sell just yet. I'm kind of looking to hold on to them. I feel like, they're just getting started. Although, this is a 150% rally so far, and we got huge resistance ahead. But at the same time, I do think that both of these companies could be at new all-time highs, and I would like to ideally sell on a move into the new all-time highs. I think that's how I would like to treat it. But yeah, we'll see how we take it. I also wouldn't mind holding through like 1, 2, 3 weeks of consolidation on VLDR. What would I recommend for LAZR? If I really wanted LAZR, I would probably try to get a better fill around 35. It might be possible pre-market or extended hours in either direction. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, maybe not, because that's what it did today. That's what it did pre-market today. That's kind of what I was thinking for tonight or something like that, or tomorrow morning. So I don't know. There is a good chance that we're going to go below 36, and you might be able to accumulate. I just wouldn't be overly conservative with this one, because you might not get that chance. I mean, think about QS. This was a really hot SPAC, or KCAC was a hot SPAC that turned into QS. Once this thing rallied, it didn't always pull back that much. So maybe right now LAZR is on one of these little pops right here, and then it's about to have that big move to the upside. Who knows? I would probably still want to buy LAZR if I wasn't in it. I'm not trying to be biased or anything like that. LAZR was a company we talked about for quite some time. So I'm still long it. I'm still holding it, which means I think there's going to be more upside, right? I'm not selling LAZR. So if I wasn't in it, there would still be good risk reward in my eyes. So yeah, I don't see it selling off. Thoughts on Pfizer, PFE? I like Pfizer. I have it in my investment portfolio. We were actually up on this one quite a lot, 20% at one point. It's sold back quite significantly. I'm going to hold Pfizer for probably at least a year plus. Pfizer, I would just keep buying as it sells off anytime. Moderna, is that the one you called out? Hold on, Moderna, yeah. I forgot the ticker on that. Cannabis, COVID, mRNA. Man, all these companies I was way too conservative on. Way too conservative on. Right now it's on the backside of the move with fading volume. I'd be careful with Moderna at the moment. I don't know. Oh, BNTX. Backside of the move, BNTX. The thing is, I think a lot of stuff is already priced in on these tickers. So I don't see them, going up 100% again. You got to remember, they already had huge moves, 500,000% moves. So sometimes on these tickers, even though they're hot stocks that are always talked about, they're kind of priced in a little bit. I like moves where there's 100% upside potential in a fairly short period of time. Hence tickers like oh boy, some of these tickers that we're trading are just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, pretty much any of these except ADT. But even ADT, I feel like it could easily break back above 10. I feel like ADT breaking above 10, there's a 20% upside there. And on this one we're risking, I don't know, I don't really see us pulling back below 7 again, but anything's possible. ADT has been my worst swing trade so far, but we're only down a few percent on it, so that's okay. Let's really quickly talk about BFT, or just look at BFT. This is the one I have one share ready to go on. I just to put it on my watch list so I don't keep forgetting about it. I really want to go long BFT closer to around 14 or so. And then we'll see from there. If this thing dips below 13 by any weird godly chance, I'm going to be buying it. I would even consider maybe putting it in my day trading portfolio, but I really don't like doing that. But I feel like BFT is almost, nothing's guaranteed, especially in stocks, but I feel like BFT is getting into that category. Blink charging, What's their current price? I still feel like they're, oh yeah, no, they're, in my eyes, be careful, guys. This thing is going exponential right now. This could be a short squeeze. I'd be careful. This has been such a strong move on this company. I've been saying that a lot, though, so I feel like it's overextended. It's not for me anymore. AMGN, this was called out by John Mantell in the beginning. Let's quickly look at AMGN. To be honest, this company is not ringing a bell for me at the moment. USA drug manufacturer, I guess that's why. AMGN. OCGN being called out. There's a lot of support around 200. If I wanted to buy AMGN, fight against cancer, that's nice. I definitely like investing in companies that, you know, are doing good work. My problem is, again, it's a biotech. I don't know much about biotechs. So I do like the bigger biotechs though, because with bigger biotechs, you're not buying into one test or one, you know, FDA approval. Although AMGN's not exactly a small. Okay, never mind. It's a $134 billion company. I read 134 million at first. Oh God, it might be time for me to wrap up. That's a big mistake for me to make. If I could, I would love an entry on AMGN if I like the stock. If I wanted to buy MGN, I would love an entry closer to 200. Is it going to dip below that? I don't know. That's a lot of selling pressure. We need to come down quite a bit further. But if that would be possible, I feel like that would make me the happiest. Because right now it's potentially on the backside of a move. I mean, we've had 3 lower highs. All we need to do is crack this $214 14 area, and then you know, boom, downside. All right, I'm gonna look at OCGN and then we'll wrap it up. OCGN is being pitched left and right now. Big breakout there. You know, OCGN, this is the company that I was somehow wanting to trade all day today, but I couldn't get myself to do it because it was, you know, sub-dollar. And this is probably the company that probably was one of the best trading tickers today. I mean, top 2 position, I would say, top 3 for sure. Nice breakout there. If I wanted to keep trading OCGN, I would be looking for those healthy pullbacks. I would be looking for momentum to be holding, and then, you know, keep on trying to trade more breakouts. Right now, that was a pretty aggressive pullback. I'm a little nervous that was a blow off top, but at the same time, it did hold this area. So maybe if a bigger flag pattern forms, that would be a good time to get aggressive. Huge resistance here. This is a long-term nasty stock with more back holders than you can ever count. So just, you know, just be careful with this kind of stock. Simple trader plug. Plug power. Plug power does interesting stuff. I keep being pleasantly surprised by plug. Party City. If you really don't know what to put your money in, guys, PRTY, that's what to put your money in. How is Party City doing so well? I guess it's just kind of making up for all this huge sell-off we had, huh? Party City was at 26 cents. That means Party City was almost delisted. Did they change their business model? Okay, so they're downsizing, restructuring, everything. This is a really funny call out. I generally don't know where you pulled this ticker out of. This is funny. Yeah, Sasuke, it will delist at one point, OCGN, if it doesn't get back above $1, but they have like 6 months to do that. It's plenty of time to do a reverse split or something like that. So you don't have to worry about a delisting. If anything, sometimes you get really lucky because these companies do those kind of ridiculous PR stunts to get their price back above $1, but I don't know. I mean, I do sometimes base my trading strategy on swing trades, like Express. That was a classic example of stocks pumping their own price to get back above $1 so they don't get delisted. You just have to watch out, because if they do a reverse split, then they usually do an offering right away to raise capital, and then you're going to be, totally on the wrong side of that equation. Well, Party City, surprisingly good from here. Very low volume, guys, so maybe be a little bit careful with this ticker. I wouldn't be surprised if Party City was like, let's do an offering. I don't know. I feel like every company is going to do an offering at any second, so I'm a little bit like PTSD from getting stuck in offerings. But let's see. Maybe it's going to reach $7 before it sells off a little bit. What's GE up to? We haven't looked at GE in a hot minute. Oh, yeah, nice. So we sold GE at like 1070. This was like the best exit ever. I've been waiting for GE to consolidate a little bit more, and I would probably consider going long GE again. I'm actually long GE in my investment portfolio. FAR IPO? I don't know. I haven't really heard about it. PACB, Pacific Bioscience, Biotechs, who knows? Shares, that's a big company to be moving. No idea. It's a nice pace so far. I gotta wrap up, guys. My brain's turning off here. PHAR, what is that one? Farming group. Again, this looks like a biotech. Biotechs aren't really something that I enjoy commenting on, because it's a little bit. Even the doctors don't know. Let's just say, who's ever working in the biotech, even they are just like, well, it's a total experiment. I love what they do, but I don't like investing in them usually. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I really got to go. It's 11:10. Wait, hold on. It's 11:16, so we went well beyond. It was good fun today, just kind of reviewing all this different stuff. A little bit unfortunate that the day trading dried up so fast. We did give back quite a bit of profits at one point, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but is what it is. You don't make money by not taking chances. So, we had to shoot for some profits. We had to go for the moves, and they didn't work out. So we're wrapping up today. $500. Can never complain about that. But I was a little bit more optimistic pre-market, but then we didn't really get that follow through. So it is what it is. Thanks for Molly. I definitely will. It's looking pretty cozy outside right now, so I'm ready to kick it like a champ. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. It was good fun today. I don't think the stream is much delayed, so I don't think I'm missing any questions or anything like that. All right, guys, peace out. If you guys want me to check out tickers, don't forget to throw them in the YouTube comments below, and Discord group if you guys do some research and you want to share it with the community. We really appreciate anyone that contributes to the community by sharing your picks and stuff like that in the Discord. So, all right, guys. Till then, till next time, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Peace out, and no more coffee. That's for sure. Alex for president. Thanks, man. Thanks, free my grandma. I do appreciate that a lot. Bros, cheers to you. Although this is tea, but the mulled wine will be for you. Thanks again. Thanks for all the donations, guys, today. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.